Hey guys, thanks for checking in again. My daughter is 20 months now, and last week I took pictures of her breakfast, lunches, and dinners in order to document our weaning journey and hopefully provide some inspiration out there for any parents trying to feed their toddlers. We eat a gluten-free and dairy-free diet, and we try to incorporate as much organic produce and the least amount of processed food as possible. So the following are photos that I took before she ate her meals. She also has about 2 snacks per day. She likes to kind of eat throughout the day, as probably a lot of toddlers do. But those snacks are usually just fresh fruit and smoothies, and that's why I don't have them pictured here. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and enjoy. Starting us off here is some quinoa that I cooked in a bit of coconut milk. And I added some fresh coconut milk on top with some cinnamon, a super seed mix which has like chia seeds and flax and a little coconut and things like that, some chopped pear, chopped strawberry, and chopped banana. And this was kind of a fancy breakfast. I didn't really mention, but this whole week I was trying to do some vegan breakfasts because we eat a lot of eggs, and although I love eggs, I was just trying to give some variety. So this breakfast was chia seed pudding, and in order to make that you put 1.5 cups of coconut milk with about 1/3 cup of chia seeds, and I used a sprinkle of vanilla powder as well, and I set that in the fridge overnight. And then the next morning what I did was I layered it with layers of raw granola, which is just gluten-free oats blended with a couple dates and some unsweetened coconut. So I made layers of that with some fresh berries and pomegranates, and I also used some cranberries that I rolled in coconut sugar on top. And the pink layer was just that chia seed pudding mashed with a few extra berries. And I was trying something new with our oatmeal this morning. I just cooked the oatmeal with a bit of shredded zucchini. So I used about 1 cup of oatmeal and about 1/3 of a large zucchini and just shredded it into the oatmeal as it was cooking. And I also stirred in a little bit of peanut butter and then topped it with banana. And here we have some vegan French toast, and I use Food for Life baking gluten-free bread. This was pecan bread, I think, or rice bread. But in order to make vegan French toast, you need to make a chia seed or flax egg, which is 1 part chia or flax. I use both. I ground them up, and then I put 3 parts water into a container, set it in the fridge for about 20 minutes so it thickened, and then I added some coconut milk and some spices and things to that, just the same way you would do a regular eggy French toast. And pan fried it, put a little bit of coconut chia pudding on top with some fresh blackberries and pomegranate seeds. And these are vegan pancakes. So I made little banana pancakes, and what I did was I added about 1/2 cup of finely ground pumpkin seeds to the batter, so it gave it a little bit more of protein. All of these recipes, by the way, are on my Instagram, so if you want to find out the recipe for the banana pancakes, it's on there. And I served that with some coconut butter and some pomegranate chia jam. Okay, this is a really good example of something we have for lunch a lot. That is a Lundberg Farms sesame tamari rice cake. And their products are really great. They're organic rice cakes. It's made with brown rice, and we do that a lot with some sort of dip. And on the side there is what I'm calling simple guac. So it's guacamole, but really what it is just a mashed avocado with a little bit of garlic powder, some sea salt, and a squeeze of lime juice. And that's the kind of guacamole I make when I'm feeling kind of lazy or running short on time. And I served it with a clementine that I kind of cut up in pieces and some raw cucumber. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted this picture as an idea of something you could do for breakfast, but in all actuality we served this for lunch, and what it is what I was calling an egg-free frittata, but really it's just polenta cakes. So if you think about making a frittata but you use polenta instead of eggs, you can stir in any sort of veggies that you want, and in those are some asparagus, mushrooms, and spinach. And then I also cut up some apples and spread a little coconut butter and hemp seeds on that for extra protein. Some cucumbers on there. I found this great brand called Kite Hill that makes an almond milk based cheese, so there's a few of those fresh little almond milk cheese pieces there. And then my favorite snack, which is a stuffed date, and I stuffed that with a little bit of cashew butter, and actually that date is stuffed with sunflower butter, sorry, and I cut it up, but you can put any sort of nut butter in a date, and it is an awesome thing to just keep in the fridge for sweet cravings. And this doesn't photograph very well, but it was absolutely delicious, and that is split pea soup made with onions, celery, and carrot. Here's another kind of random lunch based off of a rice cake. That is a Lundberg Farm Thin Stackers, one of those thin rice cakes I've shown you in my snack video. And I put a little bit of red pepper hummus on top with a little bit of smoked salmon, wild salmon lox. And I served that with cucumbers and fresh blackberries. This was a day where my daughter had a really big snack before lunch, so she kind of got a snacky lunch here. And I just cut a banana and smeared some cashew butter on top with some hemp seeds. There's some steamed peas there, and I made a little snack mix, which she is really obsessed with. She loves popcorn. She hasn't had a lot of it, but I got some organic popcorn and I mixed it with some raisins and a few sunflower seeds. This night we were having wild snapper, and I gave it a little crust of like some blackened seasoning and some cornmeal, and I put it on top of quinoa that had a little raw spinach chopped in it. Served it with some diced radish and grape tomato and steamed broccoli. This was taco night, and we do this probably at least once a week because it is just so good. So this night we were having cremini mushrooms that I sauteed with onions as the filling, and there's a sprouted corn tortilla there, some of that simple guacamole, and I made a salsa out of pomegranate seeds that was just awesome. The recipe is on my Instagram again, and then I served that with some roasted asparagus spears. Here's another one that didn't photograph so well, but it was really tasty. It's mung bean curry, and I used a bunch of Indian spices and some cilantro on top, and I served that over wild and brown rice. And this night we were having pizza, so I got a locally made gluten-free crust at the store, and I put some tomato sauce mixed with hemp seeds, and on top of the pizza I put a little sauteed spinach, portobello mushroom, onions, some olives, and a little bit of that almond milk fresh cheese crumbled on top, and then I served that with roasted Brussels sprouts. Yep, here's another taco night. Like I said, we do it a lot. So there is some mahi-mahi in there that I coated with some lemon and paprika and some spices, and next to it is some lentils mixed with brown rice, and I actually stirred in some sauteed zucchini there. There is a sprouted corn tortilla, some pico de gallo, and more of that simple guac. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you want to see more like this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!